本節目內主持人及嘉賓的言論純屬個人意見，並不代表本台立場。
Hi, welcome back to Boiling Point. I'm going to talk about an election at the Chinese University of Hong Kong. There's two cabinets who are competing against each other, and it's interesting because it's a kind of a microcosm of Hong Kong politics in that it's a pan-democratic kind of cabinet versus a localist cabinet. And we saw this a lot at the universities in Hong Kong last year. But and why it's interesting this year at CUHK is it's actually not the student union executive. It's actually for the publication.
Oh yeah.
It's called Chinese University Student Press, and they have a magazine, probably monthly. And until now, it's been quite left-wing. I'm told, and focusing on issues like labour issues, but they've actually been challenged by a more localist group of students.
Yeah, I think the leader was like Alfred, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Alfred, another guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I met him.
It's a fine young gentleman.
Yes.
It's ambitious, but he's got visions.
He's working very hard. Operator, can you please show pics 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? These are some photos that that I've taken, and this is.
You've been there actually.
Yeah, I've been observing it.
Okay.
So this is some of the students voting. Next pic, please. And you can see, this is an interesting pic. You can see the yellow flag is the group called GLOW, and they're kind of the pan-democratic. Team, and they're kind of a bit more left-wing.
Taking over the yellow colour as well.
Yeah, they've got the yellow colour.
Of the umbrella.
And if you see the big banner on the right, it's kind of red. That's the localist camp, and their name is Apertus in English, and it actually means something like, it comes from the Latin, open, or something like aperture. Mm-hmm. Okay. So they want to open up the campus magazine. At the moment they say it's restricted to kind of left-wing ideas and being a kind of advocacy type of publication. While
you couldn't find a really good translation in English, but you could get a good translation. It's actually from an Asian Chinese. I'm not really sure about the pronunciation, but it's something like Paul Gang.
It's like ice breaking, some kind of.
No. It's actually there was a story about.
It's Paul Pin, isn't it?
Paul Bing, isn't it? I don't know. I didn't read the book.
It's like breakthrough.
But anyway, there's a story about
Next pic, please.
in China.
Can I just stop you here? This is a very interesting graphic. If you see the gentleman on the left, the text says, no longer need to read a left-wing commentary magazine. So we can see that this team, Apertus, they're declaring that they're kind of more right-wing, because they're kind of accusing the current or the magazine of having been left-wing. And yeah, that's Alfred in the middle. And I think he's the leader of that team. Yeah. Okay, next pic, please. Yeah. Well, that's what I'll talk about later. But it's very interesting because I think what's happening at the Chinese University Student Press is they're trying to become more, well, this challenger, they want to be more like the student press at Hong Kong University, which is quite famous for being advocating independence and being localist. And the Hong Kong University instant news is quite famous too. They do a lot of, and the people I was talking to were basically saying they want to be more like that, because I mean, Chinese University has is quite big and famous, but they don't have that kind of stature or that fame that the Hong Kong University student press has. So we'll see what happens.
If they got elected, they will.
Yeah, the voting ends on Friday, and the counting will be Friday night.
So it's only a matter of a few days' time.
And so yeah, on Saturday we'll find out if they win or not. And interestingly, could you please show pick 14, please, operator? Control panel. This I saved the Facebook cover photos of the two cabinets that are
Number 14.
Subsay.
Subsay.
So this is the Glow cabinet, their Facebook cover page, and as you can see, they have a picture of Eddie Chu-Hoi-Dik.
Yeah.
And can you please show pick 15, please? And this is the trial magazine of the.
What's this about?
Each side produced a trial magazine.
Okay.
And this was their cover. And as you can see, there's Yao Wai-ching and Sun Wan. So they're obviously kind of expressing some type of pro-independence or Hong Kong ethnicity type of stance compared to the Glow team, who have Eddie Chu-Hoi-Dik on their cover. Yeah. So this is very interesting because the battle of the battle within the Hong Kong democracy movement is happening in miniature, in the student unions, in the voting for the publishing, the student press. So it's quite fascinating. There was a lot of important elections in the universities like last year, but it's actually happening this year as well. And I haven't seen it reported in any of the Hong Kong press. So I think that for me that's good, because I'm kind of breaking the news. And I have my own photos, so I'll be able to write some interesting
well done.
report, I hope. Okay, thanks, operator.
I think they're not covering this in the mainstream media because just a matter of the Gongju, it doesn't matter with them in any sense. Well, especially even for the alumni of the college.
I mean, those are the future of Hong Kong. Right?
Exactly, the future.
That's the future of Hong Kong. Those university students. So if the localist cabinet win, it's going to reflect on the future. It's like people are actually taking sides.
Yes.
At least for those generation, the younger generation and the teenagers.
And what's interesting is the cabinet for the student union is there's just one. It's not being challenged. So basically, you can assume that, or you can see it as the kind of the pan-democratic camp or the kind of left-wing camp not even challenging the incumbent localist camp, because that's what happened last year, right? The localists challenged the incumbent left-wing camp and won. And so this year there's no competition for the student union. The left wing have just kind of given that over to they're not challenging the localists.
They're not fighting.
No. So in a way that makes me think, wow. I mean, well, I guess it shows that young people seem to be quite pro-independence or pro Hong Kong. And I was talking to some of the people who were, giving out the material, the people who were canvassing, or doing the campaign work, and let me think if I can recall some of the conversations. I remember I spoke to one girl, and she was helping out the Glow team, and she was actually an international student. She said she was an international student.
That's expected.
But she's actually I think she's from Shenzhen. But I think the mainland.
So it's from where?
Shenzhen, in mainland China. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of interesting because.
of course, they don't want the other side win because
it kind of did feel a bit like a China versus Hong Kong competition.
Yeah.
These two cabinets,
So
and
maybe
they
they actually who knows? Maybe they're actually funding. You know.
well.
the actual thing.
I don't know, but I can say that the kind of the left wing camp had more people, although they didn't seem to be as active or eager. Like they weren't. I mean, I felt just by from my observation, I could see that the localist camp, they seemed to be, although they had fewer people doing the canvassing work,
more
they were
energetic
and kind of eager and kind of enthusiastic. Yeah. And both sides were kind of really nervous, about losing. They think the other team will probably win, so it'll probably be very close. They had two trial. Each team produced a magazine, a trial issue, and the localists issue was actually quite thick. And I said, "Wow," to the guy who made it, and he said, "Yeah, well, we started doing it in December." And it was the Glow team, the left-wing team's magazine was much thinner, and the localist camp people told me that they suspect that the current cabinet actually helped this their successor cabinet or to make it because
just like Obama to
which is actually supposed to be against the rules. They're supposed to make it by themselves.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there's a little bit of this accusations.
Scandals going on.
And if you go to CUHK Secrets on Facebook, there's a lot of
other secret groups in the Facebook.
Yeah, that's an interesting
There are
topic.
too many of them.
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys have any comment about the student politics? Do you think it's? Do you think it's reflective?
What's the feedback for those students at the campus?
The ordinary students?
Yeah, ordinary students.
They didn't.
Most of them don't pay attention.
Yeah, I don't think.
I'm in a hurry to library. Don't bug me.
They don't even would read the papers.
They have to get a quorum of votes. There has to be 16.7% of the student population vote for the election to actually be valid. So, and multiple people told me actually our biggest enemy is the quorum.
Oh.
Not. So yeah.
Yeah, probably. That's that pretty much reflects the society in Hong Kong. Because like what we call the 港豬 is like the average citizens in Hong Kong. They just don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. They don't even want to vote. They don't want to know anything about the politics. They don't, and somehow they thought that politics is dirty, shitty stuff, and
It is, I guess.
they don't want to be related in any sense.
Well, there's this saying about why this happens. Why the people are just, the people of Hong Kong just care about money, care about ordinary life, they don't care about politics. There's this theory. It's like because first off, this generation of Chinese or Hong Kong people, it's like they're like the first generation of the recent 100 years who's not under some kind of trauma. It's like no war, no serious uprising, revolution, no nothing. You can just live. You can just make money. So what matters to them is we don't have war here. And our parents were the suffered people, and we're supposed to live a better life. So they just care about work, get earning money, buy a bigger flat, that kind of thing. But and along with all these, when the media is open up to the Western world, when they learn all these ideas of liberty, that kind of thing, the Western values, then they stop caring about what actually defines the country or whatever place they're living in. They just care about money. So that's one of the theories.
Okay, I guess.
Okay, let's move on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Actually, can you please show pick 6 operator MIHK? Yeah, I recently visited a jail on Hinglei-Chao Island.
Heilingzhou.
Island. And
Well, basically, it's a prison in between the Hong Kong Island and the Lantau Island, right?
yes, you take the Peng Chau ferry. I visited a gentleman by the name of Jay Koo. Can we see the next pic, please? Yeah.
So that's
I can only take the photos from the ferry because you can't actually take photos once you're on the on the land. Next pic, please. Oops.
So no photo on the land.
Yeah, I got in trouble actually because I was walking on the bridge to the boat and I tried to take a photo.
Wow.
Next photo, please.
So this kind of.
And this actually isn't the jail because
Okay.
this is like offices and stuff. The jail is up in the hills, some distance from the shore.
So this is for the residents.
It looks like somehow Shutter Island.
Next pic, please. Yeah, I think that's the last one.
Okay, so how
So
about
Jay
him?
Koo is a young man. I think he's 30. He has a wife and a baby child. Not very old, just a few months. I think he got convicted for 3 charges in court.
3 charges.
He was accused of saying "Let's shoot the dogs" or something like
Right.
during the Umbrella Revolution. I think he said shoot
On Facebook.
on Facebook, and
Okay.
and the police got him for dishonest use of a computer, and he was I think the first person to actually go to jail on that dishonest use of a computer charge, which is very vague.
Where is the dishonest part? Did he? I don't know. Maybe.
I always got puzzled by the by how people got accused.
Being posted
by that.
about that.
It's weird.
Arbitrary, right?
Yeah.
It's such a vaguely worded statute.
You can't really define that,
Dishonest,
right?
like if he
I mean, just
really
look at
does
Lee
it, then
Yin.
he is honest.
Just look at Lee Yin. Lee Yin keeps posting photos of her being slim, but in fact she's got chubby.
That's Letitia Lee, right?
That's really dishonest. I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but she
yeah.
never get caught.
Yeah.
I never saw that, so
And
I'm okay with that.
the other reason Jay Koo, I think, is in jail is he was accused of fighting during reclaimed Tuen Mun, Guangfuk Tuen Mun.
Yeah.
And I think that was for 3 months, but it's 6 months for the dishonest use of a computer charge. And then I think he's also.
So do you mean that to physically harm someone, if he did or whatsoever, is a less serious crime than he is trashing someone or he is saying something on net?
By the way, we didn't explain. I think dog is a slang term for police in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So when
maybe or maybe not.
right.
Dog is dog. 4 legs.
And the
barks,
shoot, it could have been shoot with
bites.
a water pistol, right?
I mean,
Anything.
come on. If I say something like, well, let's shoot Hillary Clinton, and then if people are taking it seriously, and I actually got caught and put into jail. I mean, come on, that's crazy,
Yeah.
right? I'm just talking shit.
Yeah, and I think Jay was also accused of being involved in election bribery during the district council election in 2015. There is, I think, I didn't read all the news stories, but it's something like he had some contact with somebody who had contact with some mainland Chinese sponsor, and I think the mainland Chinese sponsor wanted to give money to some localist groups to challenge, I don't know who, pan-democratic candidates.
That sounds fishy.
Yeah, it's complicated and I don't really understand it. But it sounds like he was, I think, election bribery
Come
or
on,
something.
whenever a Chinese official or whoever it is approach a candidate and say, "Oh, I'm going to fund you," blah 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 during the election, it's totally suspicious.
Yes, and I think it was 2 years jail for that. He's in jail for 2 years for that. The interesting thing is, some other person in Hong Kong who bought votes, a jockey, a famous jockey, he only went to jail for 3 months for vote buying.
Okay.
Have you heard of that jockey? You heard that story?
Well, maybe you cover that on next episode if there's nothing.
Okay,
sizzling.
yeah, we're almost out of time.
Yeah.
Anyway, J.Koo, I was happy to see that he's, seemed to be in high spirits, and he gave me a
Happy
big
to see
smile.
him.
Huh?
You're happy to see him in jail?
No,
Well,
but
he was happy to see me, I think.
He's
and
happy to see him in a good shape.
Yeah, he was in
Okay,
good shape.
okay.
Yeah.
So, well, that's
Yeah.
all for this episode, and let's.
We're out of time.
Yeah.
And watch us. We are the only non-propaganda commentary on Hong Kong politics, not Chinese nor American.
Are we going to continue the discussion?
Okay, see you guys next week.
Bye.
經錯過我哋精彩嘅節目，而家上嚟呢個網址就可以訂閱晒我哋8大頻道，付費之後仲可以重溫晒所有精彩嘅節目。記得要訂閱我哋嘅 YouTube channel 同埋讚好我哋嘅 Facebook 專頁啊！